Right guys, welcome back to the channel and another episode of the Northern Blankers. Joining me, Ben, on a 24-hour session with Paul using our next pencils, and we are on the lake next to the motorway mere. I have to think of a name for this one because you're not allowed to mention the name of the waters you're fishing on this club, so I'll have to think of a name for this one. So it's the lake next to the motorway mere, at the motorway mere 2.0. So we're on a 24-hour session on here. It's meant to be the easier water, so he says. So we've come in here for me to try and catch a fish, because I've still not caught a fish yet, as you all know, this year. So we're on here for 24. Weather's looking good, it's warming up, 16-17 degrees today. A bit of a wind blowing, so fingers crossed we can get something for the camera today, and a first fish for the year. Paul's just having a kip because he's just finished a night shift. He's come straight here from work, so he's getting his head down for a few hours, and then we'll have a chat with him later on, see what tactics and approach he's using on this session. So yeah, we've just got set up now, just had a brew at about 10 o'clock or something. Nothing to report as of yet. Seen a couple of fish show in front of us, which is a good sign, so hopefully we can get something. So if we do, or anything to report, I'll get back to you. Guys, give you a bit of an afternoon update here on the swim. You're on me head with the GoPro. I was thinking I'm going to move me. I've got both my rods here about 12 wraps out, but I found quite a nice spot here, whether you can see that, with a marker float sticking up, the orange float. It's only 7 wraps, it's about 4 foot deep, so I've got the catapult here. I'll just pop the marker up. I'm just going to spread some bait. These are the ID3 boilies from Incredible Baits, and we're just gonna, hopefully you can see that, it's quite far out, maybe for the GoPro to get, but just gonna put maybe 30-40 baits in an area, and then I'm gonna put a rig on there. Saying it's quite hard with the wind blowing like in my face. It was blowing a bit more to the right this morning, but it's come more into my face. Getting the boilers out with a catapult, because you're not allowed to spot on here in the warmer months, as I've mentioned before in previous videos on these motorway mere lakes. So trying to get the bait out at a distance can be a bit of a struggle. So I'm gonna put a few boilers out. That was a good one, and then I'm going to bang a rig on it. Right, another good one. A bit of an area for him to feed. What I should do is that. I'll show you here. I'm going to put. I'm going to put one of them on, just an old school braid, no coating, just straight braid, down to a KD style, with an ID3, just a bit of corn on top, with a little mesh bag on. So that's going to stick on, so I'll come back to you in a second. Right, so as you can see, we've got the rig on now. Let's see if we can get it on the spot. It's only a little chuck. Well, fingers crossed we get a bite. Come on, Mickey. Right, so that's what I've got on my left hand rod. I just shot the footage and you couldn't even really see what I was using. You couldn't really see the rig, could you? I'll show you later on. I've not got another one made up. So that's on my left hand rod on the ID3, which is a fish meal bait, which is, as you can see there, these have been in my bucket for ages, soaking in the ID3 glug, absolutely stink. So I warn you, don't open them near the missus, because she will probably wonder what's in your bucket. And in the other bucket I'm on the trap boilers, which is what I was using on the Hard Lake in October. They smell like a biscuity, nutty sort of bait. So they're on the right rod. So it'd be interesting to see which one goes on here. Not really fished this mare that much, to be honest. A handful of times over the years, and all my fish the motorway mare other than this one. But yeah, Paul's still asleep. Obviously, like I said, he was on nights this last night, so might go and wake him up actually. It's about 3 o'clock now. He's had about 4 or 5 hours kip, so go and wake him up. Something to talk to. So yeah, other than that, it's very quiet. Seen one bosh out this morning, but not seeing nothing. Not a lot to tell you as of yet. So I'm not going to bore you to death with nonsense. So I'll come back, probably give you an update this evening. I'll say once Paul's up, see what he's doing, his tactics, and then fingers crossed we get something. So I'll come back to you in a bit. Right, we'll have a little nosy over in Paul's peg. Sleeping Beauty has her rose from his pit, and he's here now, scratching his head. As usual, yeah. What's the plan of attack, Paul, on your session today?
A miracle.
A miracle. Are you going for the usual Bowden? Not sharp that hook, yeah. Yeah. That's what you want.
So's that one.
So I think Paul's going for the old Bowden. He was fishing down the side there somewhere, I think, before, and he's got his right hand rod in the middle somewhere. But all quiet on both sides so far. So I say we'll come back to you in a bit. Right, I'm just going to give you a bit of a meal idea for your tea, guys, when you're on the bank. I've never had this meal, what I'm cooking today. It's a bit of a wing it meal, but anyone can do it. So we have got in my pan tonight, we have got minced beef, and I've chopped some peppers at home in a plastic tub, thrown the minced beef in there with the peppers. I've put some Cajun seasoning on there, and we're going to have some minced beef, Cajun peppers in some wraps, as you can see there, with a little bit of cheese on. I have no clue how this is going to taste, but trial and error, we shall see what happens. Well, it's looking good. Smells good anyway, can't knock the smell. What it tastes like, well, that'll be another thing, won't it? But we shall see. Right, well, there we go. Bit of cheese on the old whatever it is I've just cooked, mince and peppers, a bit of Cajun spice. Let's get it wrapped up, see what it tastes like. Right, well, my wrap's just exploded, but first impressions. Oh, it's not bad, that. Yep. It's decent, that. Something else I'll try again. So give it a bash, guys. See what you think. Right, guys, we finally have a fish. He's not the biggest. by any means. I'd say about £10 or something, but more than welcome. And he stops flapping about. There we go. Only a small one, but I say more than welcome. Spin him round. Ooh. Come on. Don't know what time it is, but come on. There we are. Nice little common in the middle of the night. Let's get him back. Come on, look at it. Alright, well, good morning. And as you can see, we finally had a fish. Wasn't the biggest fish by any means, but still a fish. I'll happily take that. I didn't weigh him. He's probably £10. It might not even been £10. He was somewhere around that anyway. Scrape of £10. He's only a little one. That was 3:30 this morning on the left hand rod on the running rig, and that was on a KD rig. I think I tried to show you this rig yesterday, but because I had my GoPro on my head, it wasn't in focus. So it's just simple, like old school, uncoated, supple braid, down to a size 6 curved shank hook from Incredible Tackle, with an ID3 bottom bait and just a little yellow topper. I've had these for years, and these are the biodegradable things, or you can use plastic corn, whatever you want, and that'll sit like that and push a mesh bag of crumb down to help stop get the tangles, because obviously it would be so supple it can tangle in flight. So you put a mesh bag down and it'll help you stop it from getting tangled. So yeah, that was last night, 3:30 in the morning. I was getting liners all before that as well, which was a bit of a nightmare, kept me awake. But yeah, so buzzing. Got first fish of the year. A bit late, I know, I apologise, but got the first fish under the belt for the year, so we can get back onto the hard lake and get some more blanking done. So yeah, after today we're back on the hard lake, maybe limbail, targeting, try and get some of the bigger ones out, and I'll come on these waters if I come with Michael or George and the lads to give them see if they can get a bend in the rod. But most of my fishing now through this year will be back on the hard lakes, so probably back to blanking again after that. Hence why we're called the Northern Blankers, but it is what it is. So yeah, I'll get back to you later on. I'll get some breakfast on. I'm probably going to stay here till about dinner time-ish, and then we'll see what happens. Breakfast, lovely. Right, we've got another fish. Just changed my left hand rod about half an hour ago. Seen some showing fish cruising about near the island, so put a solid bag on, winged it out, not near the island, but it was in that area, and the bobbins just pulled up tight and sort of held tight. But yeah, we've got another common, similar size to last night, to be fair. Flapping around as well, like one from last night. Again, he's not massive, but another fish for the session. He's not got the best mouth, this one neither. Looks like he's been a bit around the mill. But yeah, another little, probably £10 again or something, common on this little 24-hour session. So let's get him back. Right, this will be me last update, I think, guys. Just had that fish before. Pretty much packed up now, bivvies away. Just the rods, my rucksack, and my unlucky mat and stuff left out. So it's not been a bad 24-hour session on the motorway May 2.0. Get a couple of fish in the net to start us off. About time really, it's frigging halfway through the year, isn't it? So should be out in the next couple of weeks. Probably back on the hard lake, maybe start getting back on there again, because the fishing it's hard, but there's quality fish in there, big fish, quality fish. So we'll be going probably to a different venue, I think, for the foreseeable. Unless if I come with the kids, I'll probably come here with the kids or something, so the kids can get used to catching something. That's if they do catch something. So yeah, this will be my last update of the session, guys. Thanks for watching. If you got this far, like and subscribe, it means a lot. And if I don't see you, I'll catch you on the bank. Cheers.